Secretary to Akwa Ibom State Government. Calvin Samuel reports that the swearing-in ceremony took place at the State Banquet Hall, Government House. Uyo, the reports.
Shortly after the swearing-in ceremony, Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Moeno, assures that there will be more rewards for hard work while charging the new secretary to the state government, Enobo Onwa, to bring to bear his wealth of experiences gathered from the various places he had worked, saying that his team came ready to deliver on his campaign promises to the people.
And as the engine room of government, you are expected to deploy your organizational and people's skill in managing our vast bureaucracy, which thankfully is undergoing e-governance processes. I believe that in the next 100 days, we should be able to use our emails from wherever we are to do the work of government. And that will be your very first assignment.
High points of the event were the administration of oath of office and presentation of certificates to the new SSG. Enobo Onwa, who until this appointment was the chairman of Uyo Capital City Development Agency, is the 16th secretary to Akwa Ibom State Government. From the Government House, Uyo, Calvin Samuel, NTA News.
The Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Senator Akun Eyahayin, has called on all the staff of our office to collaborate with her in ensuring the success of the Arise agenda of the Omano administration. The Deputy Governor made this call during an inaugural meeting with staff at the Old Exco Chambers Government House. Calvin again reports.
The new Deputy Governor, Senator Akon Eyahayin, on assumption of duty, met with members of staff to familiarize herself with them for effective working relationship. The newly posted Permanent Secretary, Margaret Idem, presented situation report to the Deputy Governor, charging the staff to be up and doing while appealing for better welfare on their behalf.
But I know that this is the woman that has capacity. I know that this is the woman that is God-fearing. That is the number one aspect. I know that this is the woman that can do the impossible by the grace of God. So, Mommy, on behalf of the directors and the staff of this Deputy Governor's office, I feel delighted to welcome you.
The Deputy Governor, while assuring the members of staff that it's a dawn of a new day for all, charges them to be good ambassadors of the Arise agenda, strictly adhering to work ethics while serving the public with the feet at heart.
This will be a pledge before the whole world that we are coming to serve, we are coming to lead in the right direction to ensure that Akwa Ibom State moves from the level it is today to a greater level of achievement. By the special grace of God, a great foundation had been laid for us in Akwa Ibom State as it relates to the infrastructural development set by our previous leaders, governors. And we are coming in to continue and to improve upon what had been on ground. I'm happy to inherit you. I know with the comments I have from him and also stated in the handing over notes, I have dependable hands to work.
The brief event featured the placement of the official portrait of the governor and a tall round offices. From the Government House, Uyo, Calvin Samuel, NTA News.
Just as the country and its people backed in the joy of the new administration witnessed across the country, Nigerians in Uyo are lamenting the sudden increment in the pump price of petrol, otherwise known as Premium Motor Spirit (PMS). Joy Obani reports that PMS now goes for 500 naira against 220 naira sold before the advent of the new government, the reports.
This is a situation at filling stations in Uyo as people now struggle to buy fuel at a very high price. Some Nigerians poured out their frustrations on the new development.
Very, very bad and unfortunate. Honestly speaking, we are in fire. With the inauguration just happened yesterday, and we are facing this kind of consequence. It's very, very unbearable.
I don't know what to say because it's terrible. I was shocked when I was told the price is 500 per litre, and I don't understand why it should be so. Besides, yesterday, I think that was when the new government was inaugurated. I came out to buy fuel. All the filling stations, the fuel stations were all shut down.
It's a sad situation. The people are very, very annoyed. People are very, very unhappy over the situation. I came out yesterday, immediately after the inauguration. There was no fuel anywhere. All the stations shut down on grounds that they say fuel subsidy has been removed.
They are, however, looking up to the new government to come with policies that will favor Nigerians.
I'm buying fuel again, 500 naira a litre. Even 15,000 naira that I'm putting my fuel, I cannot even get to the half of it. So why should I be happy? Why should the citizens be happy? They have to do the needful.
Why would the price of fuel suddenly go up like that? And every other thing is the same, like the salaries of civil servants remains the same. So how are we going to cope? I don't understand. Please, government should do something about this because it's terrible.
Today is the second day. No fuel anyway. I'm fortunate to run around and see this one. It's so bad. People are not happy. Business just right now are grounded. Nobody have the means to go around. Transport, as I talked to you this morning, has hiked 200%. Whoever that must have made this happen should reverse it immediately. Let people go about their businesses. They are punishing us masses.
Long queues at filling stations and lock-up petroleum stations are fast becoming common features. In Uyo, Joy Ubani, NTA News.
And in security, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Kwara State Command, has sealed 2 filling stations and arrested 3 managers of petrol stations in Ilorin Metropolis for hoarding petroleum products in the state. Kehinde Omolosho reports that the sealing of the petrol stations followed intelligence reports.
On behalf of the federal government of Nigeria, with the heading of the Commandant, Kwara State Command, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Commander Tukur Ibrahim Mohammed, we are putting this place under seal.
The sealed stations are Rashtop and Alufad petrol stations, both at Akpalara, Yebmot Road, Ilorin. NSCDC Assistant Commandant Ainde Olatunji Yusuf says the Corps, as part of his mandate, is embarking on the monitoring exercise to check hoarding of the product by petrol stations.
So we discovered this petrol station is part of the petrol station hoarding, and what we discovered in the tank is 7,500 liters. So we've mandated that they should start selling now. And with your question, their character is nothing to write home about, but we pick the manager. NSCDC, we are going to prosecute the manager with Miscellaneous Act and Petroleum Act for hoarding fuel.
Some of the stations visited were observed to be selling the product between 250 and 300 naira per litre. The monitoring exercise to buyers is a welcome development.
Unless they get new stuff, I don't expect anybody to increase fuel by even 1 kobo. If we use that good and we want to help the government.
This morning when I went out, I wanted to buy fuel, but I couldn't buy because everywhere there is all the filling stations are shut down. Some of the few ones that are open, there are a lot of queue. So it was an eyesore.
The appeal is that it should be a continuous exercise. Kehinde Omolosho, NTA News.
We take a break. rising concern among medical experts around the world is on the new trend of tobacco intake called vaping. Aisha Uba-Ali in this report is looking at concerted efforts of governments and other partners as Nigeria joins the rest of the world to mark No Tobacco Day, the report.
If I even near people where they even smoke, sometimes if the thing even enter my nose, but I go even the perfume the smell from my mouth.
Me particularly, I don't smoke because I know the side effects and the implications of smoking.
On the streets of Abuja, these respondents seem to know the dangers associated with the intake of tobacco, while those in the business of taking tobacco refuse to speak to NTA on camera. The side effects of smoking, medical experts describe as enormous, especially with the warning coming from the manufacturers that smokers are liable to die young.
It has been identified that tobacco has a lot of disadvantages to the system, particularly the people that are smoking. The smoking alone, the smoke that comes out, we've identified that it has over 7,000 noxious substance there. And of these 7,000, about 2,500 of them, have been found to be carcinogenous. So that is, carcinogenous means that it can cause cancer. All still carry the same challenge, predisposing one to cancers from the lip, to the larynx, to the lungs.
In Nigeria, the 2014 Tobacco Act was a legislative tool to help check the increasing trend of tobacco intake. The theme for this year is We Need Food, Not Tobacco, and the 2023 global campaign aims at raising awareness about alternative crop production and marketing opportunities for tobacco farmers, with a view to encouraging them to grow sustainable, nutritious crops.
People around the world are going hungry while 3 million hectares of our planet are used to grow tobacco. It's time to redirect our efforts towards agriculture that nourishes our bodies and our environment.
Growing tobacco also is said to contribute to deforestation of 200,000 hectares annually. In 2020, 22.3% of the global population reports say used tobacco, 36.7% of the menfolk and 7.8% of the world's women. Since 1987, when the World Health Organization adopted the last day in May as World No Tobacco Day, countries have continually created awareness but still need to step up legislation and develop strategies to assist in achieving on the global campaign goals. In Abuja, Aisha Uba-Ali, NTA News.
Discovery in Nigeria as Flying Eagle eye quarterfinal spot at FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Ayodeye Kainde has more on sports updates.
Organization of Military Sports in Africa has pledged its support to the development of grassroots talent in Nigeria while targeting kids and teenagers as focal points. The pledge was made at the final of mini skating championships where winners emerged in long jump, ramp jump, men's and women's marathon categories, much to the delight of facilitators and spectators.
I want to see myself in the world. Yes, that's what I want. I want to see myself doing stunts, good things in my life.
We decided to say, okay, let's have a mini meet championship to see how we are going to organize national championship where all the adults and children will participate in Nigeria.
22 medals were presented to outstanding skaters and certificates issued to all participants. In football, Nigeria take on Argentina in the round of 16 of FIFA Under-20 Men's World Cup at Estadio San Juan del Bicentenario tonight. Flying Eagles finished third with 6 points in Group D after a 2-0 loss to Brazil in their final game, as coach Ladan Bozo insists his team would not be intimidated by the hosts who won all their Group A matches. Argentina, coached by former Barcelona and Liverpool midfielder Javier Mascherano, are aiming for a 7th FIFA World Under-20 title. In another development, Sevilla and AS Roma go toe-to-toe in the final of the UEFA Europa League tonight at the Puskar Arena in Hungary. Spanish side Sevilla are in search for an unprecedented 7th title, having defeated Manchester United via penalties in 2021 final, while Jose Mourinho is on the cusp of becoming the most decorated manager in European club competition, with the Portuguese previously lifting the Champions and Europa League titles twice before leading the Italian club to the maiden title of the Conference League last year. With Sports Update, Ayodeji, Makinde, NTA News.
That's our package, but before we go, a review of our major stories. Governor Omoino has sworn in new secretary to state government. He is Enobo Owa. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has sealed 2 filling stations for Odin petroleum products. You also heard in the news that as the world marks No Tobacco Day, medical experts has raised concern over a new trend of tobacco intake called vaping. Thanks for joining us. No to be a star, join NTA campaign to stand against rape and rapists. That's our package.
Moi no ufa wen no karastede mi unwa utongtum ufa utum civil defense bed mo junyam petroliba akene na ida fuel kena afredim boretu yusen unari wong siga menta etang memfana sebena song bono kang ni song ida mbo yai kumbok sanyine nie ubara seneme minkere wisdom check up adai wuru karastede mi mo no ama no bon wa unwa utong te wen no karastede mi kombo ngina nam ya idio ken nutmambi ya garretie ku fa otumu kara mi kuyu kombo
kini ama ke no fa wen no karastede mi unwa utong tum adai wuru karastede mi moino ama tangabo kembono weri swa kaisu idia udoro ito disni dem namutum ayongabo ku fa wen no karastede mi no bon wa aya ben men wonda fiotum senye ni ke mention si tie senye ke banang mutum ndien ayo na mutum ekene membet ye mubonum po ye enwo se ke nwo kini ke fere ke ndu tumbu ba ari nangam po nom bono won kene no bon wa mbemiso eke meganyente wen no karastede mi akaro ti wor bokoro fo tumedi ongetu yo capital city development authority ndien anyedo ayo wen no karastede mi efreket akpari nam ki tiero kedo e mai no yo unwon utongutum menweri toro ate ufa wen no karastede mi wisdom jacob akombok NTA
uria wen no ka uria dai wuru karastede mi senator kono yayi amasunu yokod me namutum senyedi ibam menye namutum abo ya ikrebo ke namutum edpenda nutmutum ukara anyi senekemi anyeke tangami kini akenia pambono yembun siri namutum menye kombo me
ofa uriana dai wuru karastede mi senator kono yayi kini amaka tongutum amane neme yembun sinamutum ke nkaudo anu nam ya moru yong ide mombe atodo edi kamina mutum ku son fonno o fa sang wen eno ka itiedo magredem kini eke dokko ku dia dai wuru karastede men mutum na ba kudo amabo ya mena mutum do ekrebo kimina mutum ku son fonno anyo ngosna ibengabo ya dia dai wuru karastede di sem ko ibanga ndentum utum eno inam bo ya fon ya mena mutum do Uriana dai wuru karastede mi ama dokko mena mutum do abo kadu fanutum adi na mutum idami diana yong abo ya modon tin songutum nutum kara enyong ikrebo kimina mutum ikene mbedie mubonum po utum enyong enyembe abasi kesere mo kitiem bono do e mai ben du se dai wuru karastede mi edian kitie enyong isa set me ufo utum si bangado wisdom jacob kombok NTA
Kana idat nyen yam boni dat nyen ay kobi na mesit adi nyo faukara mono bo sino ngami ku yoy seme ba si wat adi sino dwa petrol aben son posok bono wemedi monam ya idion kena anyam fiali da mi odo naira iki tune kini ke sinyama naira iki ba made be miso faukara mi ka ton
Nangan lu tama baru kemme itie unyam adani kang kan kok uyo nangan tembonogu enyang ake edidep petro ken songrua usong bonogu ema itu anyong ai seme banga me uprompo abara kufa ukarami amongu ema snu yo ekbeye ukara ebumbok yak no enengam boy bono kirut nyen yagamana ngwam mbonogu kerinam ndubere mo afre wonko enyong ai kup inemu wem mikuyo wemedi mo Samson okombok NTA
Kangin bauti trembo ba sana mi adros tutumbu brayo kana kai chabari tumaki ko membofen itonyen itwiner